Yo, peoples, what's going on? Welcome back to Keel's Got Time, and today, because Keel's Got Time, we're gonna be reacting to some Jubilee Middle Ground. This is the ultimate debate right here. One of the ultimates. Light skins versus dark skins. Now, as you know, as you can see, myself, I'm clearly a light skin. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about dark skins, we'll see though. We'll see what's going on. Obviously, I'm light skinned, innit? Right? Don't make me turn the light on, bro. I'll start glowing.
I don't feel comfortable being labeled by my skin tone. If you agree, please step forward.
The reason I feel like I don't like being labeled is because I don't like when people say that light-skinned women are so, oh, you're submissive, you're this, because I know ultimately what they're trying to say when they say that. It's saying something and then also not saying something really harmful about darker skinned women. And it upsets me. Number one, don't put me in a box.
Right.
And then you put me in a box that also negatively impacts another group of women. And I don't like that.
My opinion around the whole colorism issue in general is that we're black. So I don't want to be a light-skinned black woman. I am black. I am Sabrina. I'm a black woman and I'm my own woman, and I don't associate with the stereotypical light-skinned woman and what they do and what they portray.
Right.
So I'd rather just be considered a black woman, just like a darker-skinned black woman as well.
Do you think-
She said stereotypical light skinned woman? She just generalized a certain skin color herself. She feels uncomfortable being labeled by a skin tone, then she just generalized a certain skin tone. Just saying. Just saying.
In a sense like that, people can maybe think that you're saying, well, I don't see color.
So that is kind of my opinion, and it is kind of like what white people say when they don't want to be racist. I don't see color. And my own family primarily are all dark skinned.
Right.
So growing up, I didn't. I saw beautiful people. I saw my family. I saw my dark siblings, and that's just what it was.
Gotcha.
Until recently, the conversation has really come up to the point where I'm starting to ask them, like, what was your experience? And they too say that they didn't have a negative experience for real. I literally see black people, I see white people, I see Mexican people, and that's what it is for me.
Can we have the disagreeer step forward?
Girl, I'm nervous.
Can I just say one thing to you first off? I've dated a couple light-skinned girls. Ain't nobody said they were submissive. First off, the reason why I didn't step forward is because dark skin, like everybody's starting to find out, the science is starting to agree. Dark skin is where it started, baby. And the reason why I think that I'm okay with.
Okay, no. I don't know if he's a chef or something. Could have been cutting and cut his hands. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But no, brother, no. We're not doing orange on orange bandits. Listen, when everyone started putting stickers on their face, that was the notion. That was the, okay, we've gone a bit too far now. I got offered a sticker. He was like, oh yeah, you want to put this sticker on your face? I was like, why would I put a sticker on my face? Let's cover up your pimples. I had to double check. I know I got a couple now, but like, I'm not gonna go put a sticker on my face, bro. Since when did we start hiding this much? I know I don't even go outside, so I know I hide, but like, when did we start fully hiding the tiniest of defects with stickers? It looked a little cool when people would have the little star, but now it's all Hello Kitty, blue dot, and Coca-Cola, you know, the scented, smelly sticker. We're doing a lot, and now niggas are wrapping up their fingers in band-aids, putting the band-aid over their nose. Why is you looking like you have a medical laceration in the middle of your face? That's not cool, bro. It's only cool if you actually did get lacerated and now you got a fat ass scar and you look like, who's a character with a like crocodile from One Piece. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we've took a dark turn. We took a dark turn, people. A dark turn.
Being called dark skin, and why I love the fact that there are light skin is because we have to realize that all of these people came from this prototype. Like I look at these beautiful dark skinned people over here, and I always love the darkest people because they have no pimples, no nothing. It's just pure perfection.
Beautiful skin.
And excuse me, you know, this is not an extremist view, but we all know that dark is dominant and light is recessive. And I don't think that it's a negative thing to be called dark. I think the media wants us to think that, but I don't think it's a negative thing to be called dark. We're the originals, so that's great.
I acknowledge that we should not have to have these divisions and these terms. One term that illustrates that to me is brown skin. You know, the black people who are kind of in the middle. How ridiculous does that sound when we're all variations of brown? You understand?
Right.
However, I didn't step forward because I'm not offended by being called dark skin. I will say there's a dehumanization that does occur with this labeling, like for instance, on social media. A light skin, a dark skin, that drives me insane. Now, I just wanted to address just a couple things you said. First, I want to say I'm very glad that your family members have not felt the impact of colorism. I'm so happy to hear that. I wish that was the dominant reality for dark-skinned girls. Unfortunately, it is not. We have to remember colorism is not just social, it's systemic as well. Even if they haven't necessarily felt the way that dark skin is perceived in society, that doesn't mean that they may not one day feel that. I hope
Completely
not.
understand.
Yeah.
And that one thing I think that adds to it though is how you're raised. My dark skinned siblings are my step siblings. So my mother is light skinned. My mother never mentioned our color. You know what I mean? Whereas like some parents will like prep you for the conversation. It was just never a conversation.
Yeah. We all got prepped. Did you guys all get
So
prepped?
Controversial opinion, but yeah, on the contrary to what these people are saying, I feel everyone should be raised to see color. Not raised to be racist, but raised to know what color you are. Because unfortunately, the world sees color. The world sees color. Unfortunately, I know we're moving into more progressiveness in 2025 and no one's really racist and blah, blah, blah. No, everyone sees color. Humans judge by default, whether they think it or not. They automatically judge you as soon as they see you in their head. It's just human nature. So the world, if the world sees color, so if the world operates that way, I feel our youth should be taught that that's how it's going to be. Not necessarily to operate that way, but yeah, it needs to be taught, like, yo, certain things, certain ways, personally, in my opinion.
Yep. And so that's what I'm saying. Even when I plan on having kids, I date a dark-skinned man.
Yeah.
Potentially, I can have a dark-skinned child.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go around just prepping them for the worst. I want them to just know that they're black and they're beautiful, whatever tone they come out.
I have to say, honestly, we're all black and all lives matter are the same to me. In the sense that both statements are true, but neither do anything to address the issue at hand, so they're meaningless. Right. Yes, we're all black. However, some black people are further marginalized because they are dark skinned. And I understand what you're saying about not wanting to beat your children down with the idea of oppression, but not talking about it is not going to make it go away. My mother was extremely affirming to me as a dark skinned little girl because she understood that if she didn't do it at home, when I get out into the world,
Exactly.
you know, we ain't in Kansas.
She said what I just said, basically.
Completely understand.
Yeah.
But it's also when I say we're all black, is like if we were to get pulled over tomorrow, I'm black to a white man, to a white cop. What my point is more so is that we are dividing ourselves with this conversation as well. And I don't want that for us. I want us to just be on the same page because that way we can move forward in life.
My immediate reaction was no, solely because like I am a light-skinned person.
You signed up. What do you mean? You signed up to have the conversation.
Sorry.
Come on,
But then you
Tyler,
kind of brought up
spit
how like
some.
what's tied to it are the stereotypes that come with being a
Right.
light-skinned person or a dark-skinned person.
Right.
And those can be detrimental
Yeah.
to a light-skinned person or a dark-skinned person.
Yeah, right.
Do you believe that those stereotypes are majority true though?
Whether they're true or not is kind of irrelevant. The fact that they're detrimental to people, I think that's the problem itself.
So when I first heard the prompt, I think when I was younger and I was growing up, like being dark skinned was something I would like try to run away from because of the negativity surrounding that term. But like as I grow up now and I'm like living in a time where I see like models like Anuk Yai and like all these people looking up
And
to
you
them.
flawless, girl. Don't talk about them. Look at your skin, girl. Blowing over here. Where the light coming from?
And like
Would they say that if she was white? They wouldn't say she was flawless. Wouldn't say look at your skin. Wouldn't say that she was white.
being more confident in myself, I'm like, yeah, I'm
Same.
dark skinned, what about it? I also like it because I think when it comes to the Black community, we're not a monolith, so I think it is good to like display that we are a diverse group, even though we are pretty large. On the other side, I do see how people nitpick a bit too much and pay like way too much attention to the details. So sometimes I'm like, no, I'm just Black.
I'm really interested in this conversation, but for me, my perspective is totally different. I was born in Africa,
Kwame.
Ghana. And
Kwame.
so the west part, many of us are dark. Then you get to north, they're light. You get to the east and west, many shades. I never knew there was a such thing as colorism till I came to the United States. It's just like you said, you're gonna be Black at the end. It does not matter when it goes down.
Especially in this country.
Exactly.
Right.
It doesn't. You could be the lightest one sitting out here, but you're Black when it comes down to it. That's it.
I have experienced colorism from within the community.
Yeah. I feel like all, I don't know about these days, but I remember back, like all dark skinned kids, bro, we all faced colorism. We all faced colorism, bro. We all faced it. And then if your school was predominantly Black or Asian, if you were white, you faced colorism, bro. It is what it is. If you went to secondary school, especially over here in the UK, and you were dark skinned, you faced colorism. It might not have been the actual white, and you know, yeah. But you know what's crazy? I'm just trying to think. Yeah, bro. So going, especially secondary school, you face colorism. And you know what's crazy? Just like the prompt, it would be within your own community. It would be the Black kid. That would call you out for being very dark-skinned. They would. And it would all be jokes though, because obviously you just playing, no one's actually gonna do nothing about it, but yeah, jokes were made, fam. So we all faced it. It's what it is.
There's kind of like this opinion that light-skinned people can't experience colorism. Dating my current boyfriend, this is a dark-skinned family. I was whitewashed immediately. I was bougie immediately. I was uppity immediately. And this was before getting to know me.
I think it was second grade. I vividly remember I was on the playground and this guy had told me, like, your skin is blacker than dog shit. And that was the first time I had been like, oh, so I am different from everyone. Most of the comments I got about my color were almost always people within the Black community, but then on top of that, it was always boys. Sure, some girls maybe from time to time, but it was usually always Black.
See, and that's the thing, they be playing, bro. Like, no, they're just shy shit. Cause these are the same boys that grow up and end up liking dark-skinned Black girls when they come out of school. So, people, I understand though, at a young age, it can hurt your feelings, but just be jokes, man. But they're not acceptable jokes, though.
Guys, and that always confused me because I'm like, you probably have a mom or a sister who looks like me. How could you say that?
Yeah, I relate to your story so much. Both my biological mom, dad are Ghanaian, so that's where I get my very darkness from. But my two brothers and sister are light because their mom is from Kenya. Their whole life was so different than mine, and I noticed it in America. When we came, everyone was befriending my brother. But when, we'd have to be in circles and they'd have to hold our hands. This is second grade. All the kids would like hold me like this with their finger and then wipe themselves off. And all those names, they would come in and just, say the worst things to me. And I'm in second grade wondering, like, what's going on? Why doesn't my brother get any of this? I was just so confused because, like you said, my whole head is, I'm thinking, wow, all of you guys, if you go back to our continent, you really look like us. What is this? I was extremely confused in the Black population. And, I had to say for years, I really disliked African Americans. Not my cup of tea. Yeah.
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 No, but yeah. I think
We hate ourselves.
I think already being like African, there's already kind of like divide between Africans and African Americans, but then with most of the bullying that I went through being perpetrated by African Americans, I just like really started to dislike them, and I was like, I don't want to be in their spaces. I don't care to.
And this is a side note. This is why I'm here, because you guys are educating me. I didn't know that it was African Americans I was talking shit. So it's like,
Well, that's not necessarily all.
But that's
not all the
too,
time.
Because
Also-
there's
See, she didn't know that. I feel because she's light skinned, black people are colorist against darker skinned people within their own community. Why even is that? Why actually is that? That black people are colorist to darker people within their own community? I really don't understand. Maybe not so much today, but back then, as she said, the light-skinned girl, she didn't even know that it was black people that was saying all this stuff and doing all this stuff to other black people. Sad times.
Some parents are like,
and that's what I was gonna say
yeah,
too, because you guys are mentioning you guys are in second grade and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, even my niece already is like, I want straight hair, and it's like, where are you getting this from? Like,
but she's looking at
already.
you though. I was gonna say that about the
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Good girl.
I'm gone.
I became aware of colorism during childhood, early childhood.
Right.
At that, y'all, they was in second grade, running around the playground. They had a chant: "If you're black, stay back.
That's-
If you're brown, stay
Stick
around.
around.
If you're light, you're just right." I remember hearing
That's
that song
crazy.
on the
You
playground
never heard that?
from me being 6, 7 years old. I knew, okay, I don't have a problem with my skin tone, but society does.
and that's what I'm saying. Like,
know.
where do they even get that from? Like the parents, like where
Yes,
are they
of course.
getting this from?
That's why. Yes, of course. So I have a sister, and she's your guys' beautiful complexion. And I remember when we were younger,
guy's
we
kissing
would put
so
our
much
arms together,
ass,
and I
bro.
go, "Haha, I'm gonna make it." And this one I was a lot lighter too.
No problem too. No, I'm just kidding.
was. But I'm gonna fast forward again. I'm out in Europe doing my thing, music or whatever, and I go to my sister and I'm like, Z, I'm sorry. I don't know. It just came out. I was like, Z, I'm always sorry that I did this, and I'm sorry that I never told you you were beautiful. I'm your brother. I need you here. Don't leave me. I'm going crazy. And at that moment, I realized I'm free from this colorism thing.
The interesting thing about it is that in my own, there are varying.
I remember when I was young, let's say under the age of 10, I remember I did want to be lighter skinned. Me as a dark skinned kid, going to school and stuff, I did want to be lighter skinned, can't even lie. And yeah, that was just from facing colorism within my own community. And then obviously looking on shows and stuff, and the light skinned person's always the greater, and there's always a white savior and this, that, and the third. And then as I got older and sort of, knocked it in, I knew that obviously my skin's never going to change, but cemented it in my head that this shit's for life. Then, as I entered secondary school and stuff, like late primary school, entering secondary school, I remember I just didn't care anymore. Like, I didn't care. I was just like, I am what I am. And then I started loving my skin colour. I loved when I was just in Jamaica, and I was like, because I never usually tan on holidays, never usually tan, but I tanned there. I miss it. I feel like it's gone now, but yeah, I tanned, and I look so dark and so Yeah, I just love it. I love being this dark. Wish I was a little bit darker. But yeah, so it's a real thing. Keel's faced colorism. Sad times.
Shades. I noticed how sometimes that my brother, who is a little bit darker, would get treated versus how I might get treated. But then I also sometimes notice how my younger brother, who is a little bit more lighter skinned, would get treated compared to me or my older sister or whatever. There were girls that I liked, beautiful black girls growing up that I liked, that were like, oh, well, you know, you're not maybe like as dark. You're not like that dude. Or people would look at you and be like, oh, you got all this education. Yeah, you're just a white kid. You don't talk like a black kid. I'm like, what does that even mean? Right? Because all of us are wanting to get opportunities to be more educated so we can do bigger things in the world. We should be aiming for that. So when I would get made fun of sometimes some of the black girls I'd be trying to talk to, those experiences were even kind of turning me against my own people. You know what I mean? And so being light-skinned in that sense, sometimes you feel like you don't necessarily have a home because you're like, okay, I'm not trying to be white, but I got white people kind of like relating to me and giving me a little pat on the back. But then I'm trying to be with my people, but then it's like, oh, well, you're not really black enough.
All right, can we have the disagree step forward?
We are stressing that lady out. Put us out of here. She balling her fist back. Out of here.
I don't feel like light-skinned people experience colorism. However, I do feel like their experiences that light-skinned people can have that are negative. Because I've had people tell me, oh,
bro, why are
you
her
know,
nails
you're
so
not
long?
black.
Who is she trying to kill?
You damn near white. It bothers me, but that's all. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. I'm not.
Bro, who? That should be illegal. That should be illegal. Listen, women. Serious question now. Why do y'all love long, sharp nails? For what? Why do y'all love claws and shit? Like, for what? Who are you trying to kill? Who are you? What, you trying to grab prey or something? Is it easier to like tenderize meat or something? Like what? How do you, serious question, I've always wondered this. You can't take a shit with nails that long, you can't? How are you wiping your, how? How? It doesn't seem possible, it doesn't seem feasible. It doesn't make sense. Like, she's trying to kill, that should be illegal. What? She's drawn blood with them. It has an extra sharp tip. Layers. It's craziness.
I'm gonna say y'all are being colorist toward me because y'all are
Stuck in the dark time, people. Stuck in the dark time.
talking about my skin. It is annoying, but it's like I feel like that's insulting for me to say, well, this is reverse colorism, because none of anything that I will ever go through will ever touch what I know y'all have gone through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Can I just cut in really quick? Yeah. I'm not gonna say it's like offensive. It's just a bit reductive. You understand? Y'all gonna make me be the insufferable woke.
No. Say what you gotta say. Say what you gotta say.
I know we talked about earlier the opinion that light-skinned people don't experience colorism. For me, that's not an opinion. Right. And I don't want it to be where light-skinned people can never share their experiences, especially when it comes to the invalidation of blackness. You understand? I claim y'all. Y'all are just as black as I am. So you should have the space to discuss these experiences, especially if they traumatized you. I just want to say your experience doesn't have to be colorism to be valid.
I'm probably just gonna pair it off of you too because I agree with you wholeheartedly. But I view isms the same, like just how there is no reverse racism, there is no reverse colorism. Like we don't experience colorism. We experience prejudice based off of our skin color, but it's not the same thing.
Or resentment relating to color.
Right.
Yeah. I think
I agree with that. That's my experience because that's why I was saying earlier that I know that colorism can't necessarily be placed on us, but there's the word.
Yeah.
Like I said, found the term.
Just to clarify, and I understand where.
How can colorism not be placed on them and they're colored people? Isn't anybody can face colorism? I went over this in the damn podcast, bro. My opinion on this is that any race can face racism. Any race can go through racism. Like, let's look up the dictionary definition of racism. Because people say, oh no, it's prejudice against this, prejudice against that. It's not actual racism because it's not systemic or blah 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 blah. Look, dictionary, I'm spelling wrong. Definition. Days of racism. Dictionary definition of racism: prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism by an individual, community, or institution. Individual, community, or institution against a people or person based on the membership of a particular racial or ethnic group. Of a particular racial or ethnic group. Now, that includes black, that includes white, that includes Asian, that includes Mexican, that includes aliens, that includes organisms, plants, leaves, grass, Rizla. Listen, you can be racist to any race, people. You can be racist to white people, you can be racist to Asian people, you can be racist to black people, you can be racist to Mexicans, you can be racist, okay? Okay. This isn't like a one race, all black folk feel sorry for us type of thing. Stop. Had enough of that shit. Anyway, let's carry on.
Coming from. For me, I'm not talking about it in the sense of I'm going to experience the same level of disadvantage.
Fair.
I think a lot of light-skinned people, our experiences are more internal. It has to do with identity. It has to do with feeling like we have a space within the community when it comes to these issues. Because I do feel like we're locked in when it comes to stuff where we're going that way.
Yeah.
Right? But then sometimes as we start stepping back a little bit closer to home,
You ain't never lied.
we begin to be like, oh, wait a minute. Are you really one of us? Are you really with...
I can't lie. Your light skins really can't complain. You light skins cannot complain, bro. Play your cards to the max. Strategize, take full advantage of your advantageous point in the competition. You get me? Like, max out your stats on both sides. Become that nigga and become that gringo. You feel me? Become both. Like, boy, you know what I'd do if I had light skin? Oh my days. I'd be so tight with the black community. I'd be so tight with the white community also. I'd go see flipping Gerald, smoke one, and then head to Auntie Becky's, see the kids, talk about politics. You feel me? Then head back to Jerome's, spend the night, kick it, play tunes, fam. Like, bro. Y'all don't understand, bro. You got the best. Plus, y'all had a whole era of just being them guys. Everyone that was light-skinned was it. Remember y'all era? The light-skin era. Around 2016. Y'all remember? Bro. Like, to all the light-skins, please. Use your black and your white, or whatever race you're half and half of. Use both sides to the max, bro. Max out your stats on both sides. Give yourself the best competitive edge in life. Bro, don't let nobody tell you, oh, you're light-skinned so you get away with this. Yes. Yes, I do, mate. Yes, I do. Okay, yes, I do. Like, stand on it. Gosh, don't pussy out. Piss me off.
And then it becomes negative. So that can impact how we stand together as a unified front. That's kind of more my point.
And I honor that.
And that's where we're going to leave it for today. We'll carry on part 2 another day, because this is just a very long video and I've been yapping my ass off. So, thank you to everyone for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know, what is your opinions on this light skin and dark skin middle ground? But yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace, love, and prosperity. Did I tap it? I think I tapped it. Oh, for fuck's sake.